Okay. So I assume we go ahead and get started with the elections themselves. Is that we're going to start with president, then do vice president, secretary, then treasurer. If you run but do not get one position, you can run for the next one. So would anyone like to run for president for next fall and spring semester, or does anyone have any questions before saying they'd like to? I'm going to run for president. Would anyone else like to? I'll take silence as a no, but you can, okay. Okay. Well, in that case, would anyone like to run for vice president?
I would.
Right. Megan? Anyone else here interested in running for vice president? Okay. Anyone interested in running for treasurer?
Me.
All right, Damien. Is anyone else interested in the position of treasurer for this fall and next spring? All righty. Who is interested in running for secretary?
I am.
All right, Ashley. Is anyone else interested in running? Okay, so at the moment, we have myself as a candidate for president, Megan as candidate for vice president, Damien candidate for treasurer, and Ashley as the candidate for secretary. So how do you want to do? Do you guys want to actually do like a vote for the single person, or would you just want to say if no one contests, then? Because I'm not sure, you can't really hold a vote between one person by themselves. So
quickest election ever, 10 minutes into it, and here we are. German efficiency, I love it. I'm proud of you guys.
Okay, so I guess that's it. Alrighty, that is the officers for this fall and next spring, unless anyone wants to contest any of that. So same as this year, no changes. All right, well, that went really quickly. Let's see. Now, okay, so what we're doing for next Saturday, May 8th, the social thing. Now, I did look into the Cards Against Humanity online. I only found this one that Damien had sent the link to, but the link didn't work. But I found that one. That was the only one I could find. I couldn't find it in German though, like we had said, but I'm not sure if someone else would want to look for that. They may, but I wasn't able to find one.
I thought
Yes, Damien.
I was able to get it in German during that meeting, I thought. I don't remember the link. You'd have to send it back.
Because the link I thought did not work when I guess it did.
I got you, Adam. I got
you. Okay, Damien. if you could find that, because I found the website, but I couldn't figure out how, like, a way to do that in German, or really figure out much on how it worked. Again, that's me though, but because by the looks of it, it was just more like joining servers, but I couldn't find a way to where you could make a private group, I guess you'd say. So I'm not sure that. And then of course Jackson gave the backup plan of just doing Among Us instead as our game. Well, while Damien's looking for that, That's it. We don't have any more events this semester, of course. Aside from that, and yeah.
You want to maybe chat a little bit about, I know it's early squirrely, but maybe a little bit about fall plans, very loosely. I mean, we don't have to like set anything in stone or anything like that, but as you know, we got for the German American Day lecture, we got somebody from the Schwulen- und Lesbenverein. It's one of the biggest politically active clubs, gay and lesbian support groups in Germany. I think I shared or maybe I haven't yet, but there's an article about him in Deutsche Welle too, and him celebrating anniversary with his partner as well. And I have reached out to the LGBTQ plus office, but I think it would be very nice. And we thought maybe we could create, of course, Kendra, always. Just keep an eye on our Facebook, probably. I always post them on there, sweetie. And sometimes Dr. Conley puts them on Instagram, but can be a bit spotty. So it's definitely gonna be on Facebook. As much as I hate Facebook for different reasons. But so I had reached out, her name is Bonnie. She's like the director of this office. And she said she would be interested in doing something together with us. But I thought it would be nice if you all students could do something together. We were thinking maybe he doesn't want to have any payment. He doesn't want to get paid. And normally a honorarium is up to like maybe $300 or so for a presentation like that. So I thought I'm going to pay him anyway and then ask him to donate that money, like that he donates it himself. But maybe we could do an additional fundraiser together as something.
Yeah, now that if we can do our bake sale in the fall, we can do what we have done in the past and like choose that as our fund, as our charity to donate to.
Oh.
And do a percentage, percentage, I guess could be 100% if you wanted to, a percentage of the profits from the bake sale, donate a percentage.
That is
I think.
Idea. Right on, yeah. You know what I'm just thinking of too? You know the Esperanza Latino Center in Covington? The LGBTQ plus NKU office is opening a community office right next to them. So we could even see if we can't get them to join us with all of this as well, just to cast a wider net. So
yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I'm with the fundraisers. I'm just still weary about this fall because like I know we're like going back on campus and things are returning a bit to normal, but I'm always weary of something happening, and I'm not sure if we'll be allowed to do a bake sale. But I'd say, I'd like to hear what everyone else says too. If we can do a bake sale, that would be great to do. And since you said they have a location, and if they're opening a location in Covington, we could even do a bake sale or something off campus. That might also get, or do some sort of fundraiser, like see if they let us do a fundraiser there to help.
Yeah, no, I think that was the implication. I think
okay.
It was kind of like the idea of also doing something within the community, which I think would be nice if we have things that we're doing on campus, but then maybe what if plans? I can't. Oh, that's a good idea because people might be very, that's a very good point. They may be apprehensive about after the pandemic with like bake sales and stuff like that. That's actually a very good point there, that we might actually have to think about if that would be, yeah.
So do you, Kendra, do you like grow plants? I was gonna say even like just offering. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I grow a lot of different plants. I actually have over 10,000 mint seeds coming, which are easy plants. I'm using them to mess up people's lawns, but like we can use them for some good stuff too.
Okay.
As bad as planting bamboo. Maybe what you could do for this as well, we have a greenhouse, right? at NKU campus, and they do sometimes a plant sale. You guys could maybe reach out to them and be like, hey, can we have some of your plants for our plant sale? And you'll be donating the plants to us, and then we are selling them, and the money will be donated to the Federation.
That's like, but in that case, it would be as if okay, well, if we were to do it outside, sorry, I'm thinking, because I know by this fall, we might need to fundraise money for the club itself as well. And if we do that, although this would also be the case if we were to do something like at their location, we would have to do 100%. I think, because like, I don't want like the club to get profits if we're using like someone else's property to sell, or if we're asking someone to donate to us so we can donate. If we're only doing a percentage of the profits instead of the whole profits to this donation. Sorry, does that make sense?
Yeah, we split the fundraiser. We do separate fundraisers that we
Okay.
maybe say, okay, normally, you guys do it normally in the spring, is that right?
We do it both semesters. Oh, the fundraiser or the donation?
The donation part.
Donation, yeah, we usually do that in the spring. Although then if we're not doing if we don't do a donation in the spring, then we'd be fine, because then all the profits from that one would go.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we just flip it around, you know, and instead of in the spring, we do it in the fall, and then do that in the
and if we can
a fundraiser for us.
And if we can figure out that nasty service charge, then we won't have to worry about. We should have enough for this fall.
Yeah, and about the service charge, guys, depending on how much they already took out, I'm going to replace that. I'm very sorry. I mean, when I set up the account, they didn't mention anything about a service charge, but I think it's highly unfair that they're taking it from you. So I'll be sure to replace it. Damien and I'll talk about it, and we're talking about it, trying to figure it out. But I'll replace what they have taken out so far. So if you could look into that too, Damien, like how much they took so far as well. So I can put that back in. But
okay.
Yeah, thanks, Damien. We'll sort it out. Oh, wow, that's a day late and $1 short. Does that sound okay with you guys if I replace it? I'm really sorry. Like I said, when I set up the account, I didn't say anything about that. But yeah, we could flip it around maybe, and then do our fundraiser then in the spring. But I agree with you. We're going to need one. And I really would like to follow the idea of Damien with the Mammoth Cave in the spring too.
Yeah, I know, Damien, did you ever like, I know you're trying to see if they had if you could figure out some way to make it like do a German language thing along with it. Did you ever like hear back? I know you emailed them, but they'd probably.
So I heard Dr. Freiler say my name, and then the connection cut out.
Oh.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
The Mammoth Cave thing. You said you emailed them asking if, like, by chance, if they had anything like in German or something that we could do. Did you ever hear back or find anything on that?
Yeah, I never heard back. I was going to email them again.
Yeah, so and if they don't, I mean, we're the German club, but I don't think everything we have to do has to be specifically German related, and we can always like come up with we could come up with our make a German spelunkering vocabulary list.
Yeah, and honestly, Germans like hiking. I mean, really, come on, we are the hikers of Europe, so we are fulfilling culturally that requirement, right? In that sense.
Yeah, because I've never been to Mammoth Cave. Is it just like cave? I'm guessing.
I think what we should try to shoot for, if they still do it, but they used to have a short track you can do, a short tour of the caves, and they have like one that's kind of longer. And I think they have one that's kind of like really long, but you need to like crawl and squeeze. And I don't know if I would be able to do that. I might have to wait outside for you all for that tour. But maybe the medium length, I don't know, could be something. I don't know if you get stuck in a fucking rock.
I'm not sure I can do the crawl or specifically the squeezing part for me. I'm not sure.
Thanks, Kendra. Yeah, so Kendra says the shorter one, that is the historic tour, the 2 mile.
For that squeezing one, I mean, I can fit through all of it. so I think you guys will be fine.
I don't
But
know.
if you are claustrophobic, that is like a thing.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what to imagine when I read about it, and it made me a bit anxious. So I didn't look further into it, but maybe when you guys are going, I feel brave enough, I'll do it too.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I think that sounds. Sorry, I say that sounds like fun. I'd be up for that.
And I think we need this kind of bonding, honestly. I genuinely, absolutely 100%. I need something to hang out with you guys and do something outside in the fresh air to look forward to. And I think spring would be great for this. I think that would be nice, and the weather isn't like complete. Yeah, Dylan, sorry.
Since you're talking about bonding opportunities, maybe we could have like in the winter time, we could find a Christmas market or something like that to go to.
Trip to Chicago?
Yes, trip to Chicago.
Damn. Yeah,
Okay.
Chicago. There's also one in Ohio. I only know I don't really know where it is. I just know it's past the Rumpke dump. But
Are you
It's,
talking about Chris Kindlemarkt?
yep, that one.
Yeah, I go to that every year. It's good.
Oh, where is
Yeah.
that, Damien? Or Dylan, or yeah, where in Ohio is
That's
that?
Damien. Damien might know. He goes to it every year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't drive. My mom drives me. We go every year.
Well, and yeah, are you thinking about, there is one at Germania Society. Is that the one you guys go to? The one with the tents?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to apply to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's, what's that?
I'm trying to apply to be a part of it.
Heck yeah, there's the out of class engagements for like the entire semester of fall.
My aunt and I make homemade like pickles and sauerkraut, so we're like, oh, maybe we could sell them at Chris Kindlemarkt.
Oh
Why
yeah.
not?
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. That would be. Oh yeah, that would be so good. Hey, good luck. Let us know. Like, we'll come and visit your store for sure. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's the Germania one. We can do that. Of course, that would be like just a day trip. We could meet there and go through the tents there and look at everything. And then we have, yeah, and then, or if you guys wanted to, maybe between Thanksgiving and the end of the semester or something, we could maybe look for a trip to Chicago. I don't know. It could be an option too. And there it's, no offense to the Germania Christkindl market, but that's more a real kind of setting in the city with the little houses, the little wood houses. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more like the OG.
And doesn't the because there's another one like it's well probably not as big, but I know they have like a small one in Fountain Square. Is it this? Who does that one? I think it might be Cincy Deutsch. Or they're a part of it at least. I remember doing this for when we did the Mayerson project, but they have one in Fountain Square where it's like the little houses. It's not that big. That I'm not sure. I've never been to it before. I've been there, but not when it was open. It was already closed, but it looked like a nice setup. But that might also be something because they also have the ice rink open there too during the winter. I think by that time, I'm not sure if it's open at that time yet or not.
Oh, it is. You're right.
It would also be might be a fun one to do as a day trip.
Yeah, I think we have collected some things and some plans. How are you guys feeling about all of that so far? I like our topics. I like the diversity part that we got going on in the fall, and then I like the bonding opportunities here, going to the Christkindl market and then the Mammoth Cave. I'd say we spend the night at Mammoth Cave though.
Yeah, that's a bit of a drive.
Yeah, I think we'll have to, and I'm gonna look into like, well, actually, Damien and I'm gonna help Damien. Damien doesn't know yet; he's gonna be responsible for all of this. But so.
But for other hiking opportunities, I know the Mammoth Cave. If we're doing that either in the spring or earlier in the fall. I'm not sure whichever we were to choose for that one. But if we wanted to do something for the other semester, there's also places like like Clifty Falls. I know they have a nice like hiking area, and that's like yes, Dr. Filer.
Yeah, Kendra is saying the gorge, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking the Moonbow. Have you guys ever seen the Moonbow?
Oh no, down Cumberland now down. Yeah.
A bit of a hike as well. I mean, and by hike I mean a drive, but it is so cool. So what it is, it's like it's a waterfall, and it has during the day you can see like, you know, from the spray like a normal rainbow from it. But at night, and it's actually fairly late, it's not until like really about like 11 o'clock at night or so you can see it. When it's full moon, so we have to go there when it's full moon, and fingers crossed, not overcast, because that'll ruin it all. It creates, it's white. A white bow, and it's really cool when you're standing on top of the falls. You can almost like see it skipping, you know, becoming smaller down. And it's at first, when you first see it, you're like, am I really seeing this? And you can even take a little picture of it. It's kind of cool. You don't find too many pictures, but it's a moon bow, they call it. I think there's only a handful of what are they called? Waterfalls that do this. Yeah, so
yeah.
That could be kind of neat too, but it'll be nice. We could go hiking there during the day. It's very pretty. They have a pool, they have a swimming pool, they have an outdoor pool as well in that park.
And they have a campground too, don't they? So we could even like we could do it as like a
camp,
German club camping trip.
Or we can get some cabins next to each other, depending on how much those are. We could do that too. A lot of people there, they have some big cabins. I think I could probably rent you guys one cabin that you all could hang out in, and I'll buzz off.
Because I know like we, at least in my memory, German Club, we haven't really done things like this before, but I feel like it would be nice to do some strong like bonding opportunities, since we are going to be like since we've gone like a whole year without like in-person interaction.
And I thought the idea from the gorge was good too, kind of through the gorge of it.
Yeah.
But honestly, why not make a list, and why not start going through that list? And yeah,
that's what I have. I've got a list right now of things: Christkindlmarkt, Mammoth Cave, Lake Cumberland, Red River Gorge. I'm gonna put Clifty Falls on here too, because that one would be good for a day trip if interested. Also, the like Madison, Indiana, which is right by it, is a really nice little historic district town with a lot of walking area.
And there's one park that I know really well. It's called East Fork. That's over here in Ohio, and we could go sometime. I go hiking there with my dogs all the time, and we could go to castles there or something too, if you guys would be interested in that, because I know my way around that place.
Because I mean, we're not the hiking club, but this might be nicer, because joining the hiking club might not be as intense as doing like the hiking that they do.
I'm in the hiking club.
Huh?
I'm in the hiking club.
You're in the hiking club?
I joined last spring, and I'm going for my first hike with the club this Saturday.
Ooh, so tell us. Can you tell me how intense those are? Because when I first started college, I thought about joining, even though I'm not really much of a hiker, but one of my friends was, and she wanted me to join with her, but like, well, neither of us ended up joining, but
I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks, Ashley.
We can call this transdisciplinary, everybody.
Yep, and so let's see. Does anyone else have any like thoughts, ideas, what stuff, vision for next year? When we're hopefully going to be back in person, have our meetings again in the little conference room, if possible, or I'm not sure if there'll be again whatever the capacity things are, if there's any at that time.
We schedule like the first meeting already too?
I'm not sure. Now that's the thing. We haven't had to deal with that since Frau Jentsch left, but she would. When we decided on the first meeting date, that's when she would do it. And I think, yeah, now I remember. she messaged us like a few weeks before the Vorstand. She messaged us like a few weeks before asking what time of day, and then she reserved the room. So I don't think it's something too urgent.
Okay.
Oh, which just actually brings me to, because I forgot, wanted to talk a little bit about the Constitution, because we haven't accepted it yet. And I haven't had much time these last couple of weeks to really go through it and edits and everything. And our proofreaders got down with COVID, and it's probably also stressed with graduation, I imagine, and getting your finals and everything done. So I don't want to put a stress on you. So I think is it a problem if we push off finishing that to this fall for anyone?
I don't see a problem in that.
Adam, I can help you over the summer and in the fall too.
Okay, thank you, Kendra. I know because I was thinking about that, but because I wanted to go over it again, but then in class he said, "Oh, you have COVID," so I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to ask her because this is also last minute. She's sick, so okay, yeah." Because I also want to make sure we've got it as good as we can get it, if that makes sense, because I don't want to do it, put it finally submit it, say, okay, yeah, this is a new constitution, but then go through and oh crap, there are a few major or little errors in here. Anyway, but
And
that
then
could
it's
just
gonna,
be, yes.
and then it's gonna be so good we're gonna have people steal it like we did for the French club.
Oh, I still find that hilarious because I'm assuming that's what happened, because when you open it up, it's it says it's the German club constitution and everything, but in the corner on the little bar will say French club constitution on it.
That's what happened. But I mean, I think we do this a lot as professors, right? We're like, hey, you already set up a club. How did you set it up, right? And so that's, I'm guessing she was probably gathering information and then, based it on the experience of the French club.
All right. So I just wanted to just sort of, because I know we said initially we were going to try to accept it at this meeting, but yeah, I myself am not comfortable with its current state. Alrighty. Anyone else have any thoughts or ideas for next year? We've got a few little outings, a couple possible overnight trips possible. Although thinking of this, well, not even with that, never mind.
Yeah, I do have a suggestion. So
Yes.
we're talking next year. I don't know and I'm sure there are some German festivals that might happen in the spring or even towards the beginning of the summer. So I could keep an eye out for any one of those. I know that's pretty general, not a specific one, but I'd be aware by then which ones are happening where. I would say Oktoberfest, but that's a little late. I don't know if many of us would be able to do that. I'm not sure. But yeah.
And technically all these things don't necessarily even have to be official German, the official German club outings. I mean, if any of you are oh, there's this Oktoberfest, some German festival or something you think we all might be interested in, if you were just email me, I can be oh, tell us when you're planning on going and you want a few German club members to go, you can email me and I can just send out to the club saying, hey, German club, here's this event, might be interested in if you want to go. So it doesn't have to be organizing everyone, coordinating rides and all this kind of stuff. All right. In that case, see, what do we have? All right, so fall fundraiser, we're thinking possibly doing all or partial as a donation to the German American Day Speakers Charity. See events. I mean, we'll still have our keynote abend. Oh, that's something I was interested. because Dr. Fowler, you mentioned possibly doing it to where we keep like one of the key, like do one Kinoabend in person and then keep the other Kinoabend as an online one so that we could invite people who might not be able to make it to in person. You had mentioned doing that because of the, yeah.
Yeah, just to maybe just so to keep it flexible, maybe. But my question would be, let's see, you know, how was attendance so far? Is what I'm. But then, is this year a good measure for that? And I think the answer is probably not, right? Yeah, that would be maybe my only thing. Is like, should we just try it? Are going to be more people showing up in person or online, or are they going to come online? I don't know. I would just I'm trying to offer not just only in-person classes, but asynchronous as well. So hence the idea that maybe we should offer here or there something that people can join online. Like I'm also kind of thinking of like Jens or somebody, you know, I don't know, so that they still can kind of, or Kendra, right? So that they can still maybe participate nonetheless somehow.
Yeah, and that's, yeah. So that's could be something we can try doing at this fall and see like how attendance for both compares. And see if we wanted to keep it as just in person or try to do one online so that we get more. But yeah, no, because this last Kinoabend, which is partially on, well, part on me because I sent out the reminder email a bit late. We didn't really have anyone show up. It was just Damien and myself.
But we had fun still. It was
we
a
still
blast.
have, oh yeah.
My girlfriend and I showed up.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Indeed.
Okay, were you able to watch it?
Yeah, we were able to watch a movie.
But it was
Oh.
a terrible movie.
Okay. Yeah, well, it was a, yeah, it was a, I preferred the first movie we did, but
What's the first one?
the first one we did was a comedy. It was Das Leben ist kein Bonuslevel. Was the first part.
Offline.
That one was I thought was a fun one, but it was a comedy. This one I thought it was supposed to be like a serious sort of like superhero movie. I originally thought it was going to be like more of a comedy, but like it was actually more of a serious like superhero movie. But like I don't know, it wasn't that captivating.
I liked
Another
it.
thought I had, and I don't know how you guys feel about that. How about we start watching a series together?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like instead of like movies each time, how about we make like one semester or 2 semesters or whatever you guys want to? We start watching like a series or something, like how to sell drugs online. What?
That would be
I
fun
like
because
that idea.
as I know,
Training is important.
Netflix has a few like I found like good like the German like Dark. I watched that and I enjoyed that one.
I know they have Shaite, which I started and I like that.
Yeah, no, sorry. That is. You want to say something, Dr. Filer?
What was that called, Damien?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I think it's called Shaite. I thought the name was French or something. I don't know.
Ashley, help! It's French.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm not crazy. There's an accent mark on the E.
Put it in the chat.
Okay. I don't know how to type the accent mark, but it's like going up to the right.
I got you. Oh, it means charity. Charité.
We got our French, we got a French expert and we got a Spanish expert for the German club. Speaking of which, Ashley, do you know what's going on with the French club?
No, there's been no communication. We haven't done anything ever. I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully in the fall. There's more.
Yeah, because I've been checking on my engagement every once in a while to see if it ever popped up again. But yeah, I hope they reappear this fall because I was thinking about like joining just because I'd like to learn French. But yeah.
You should learn French.
Ashley, stop it.
Don't worry.
French is so much easier than German. You'll love it.
Don't worry. I'm way too far into my German major to be poached at this point.
Mildred has extremely good taste in movies. I have to just highlight this.
Oh.
But we need to expand on that. But that is very good taste, my lady. And then did you see Dylan wrote Labyrinth of Lies? Labyrinth der Lügen oder was? I don't know it.
You know, that's actually because the ease of doing like, well, you know, even online, but in person is that's going to be easy because we can just have like a CD or something to show movies. We don't have to like find it on a streaming service or anything like that. But what I've seen, but before the semester starts, just send out an email to the club asking maybe like movie recommendations if anyone has any movie recommendations that we can bring up at the club meeting. That not just like do like the sort of like one or two people like come up with idea, present them, and then okay.
Yeah, so plus remember in the fall we get our survey of German film. So there's gonna be lots of movies there as well. I would just say let's maybe do something more current perhaps too. I thought maybe because you already get the historical and survey stuff in that course.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if we send out an email before semester, we can get like a list going of possible movies, and then we can just bring that up at the club meetings. And because sort of the way we've been doing it sort of limited like the options to only those people who show up at the meetings when we ask about them. And this way it gives everyone in the club to give feedback. Okay, sorry, I go silent when I'm writing stuff down. Alrighty. But unless someone has anything else they'd like to talk about or suggest for this fall, and then of course we'll be talking at the first meeting in the fall too about these things. I'm making a list now so that I have it. Just gotta remember not to lose this list. Put in my computer or something. Okay. And what else was there? Okay, but Damien, did you ever I know you've been in the meeting, but did you have a chance to look up the German version of the online Cards Against Humanity? Were you able to find a way to do that? Sorry.
Yes, and so this website has a few options, but the one I did last time to get work it's called Pretend You're a Zizzy, and through that website you can enter like these commands to add to the German decks to the game, and I got it to work last time, but I just tried it just see if it worked again, and it's saying I'm not an administrator and I can't do that. So, I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. Is this a game is this a one where you can like?
The link I sent just links you to other places that you can do it.
Okay.
That you like. So yeah. Oh, I mean, it looks like the first link should just work. I don't know why I was trying to go through the one that was more difficult. I have it in German already.
Okay. Okay, so the link you sent just like is for other sites where you can do that. Okay, I'll look at that later. But no, we'll try to get that to work, and if that doesn't work, unless someone else does it, if well, backup plans, we don't need that many backup plans. But there was the Among Us ideas in the backup plan. If anyone else has an idea the day of, there it is.
Okay, I just sent another link, and if that works, then we're good.
Um, okay, it looks like
And like, so the deck I have selected is classic Deutsch deck. So yeah, it works. We're good.
and there's sorry, and there's a way to like a link or something we can send to have other people join the same game.
Yeah, the link it would generate the link once we created the game. I just
Okay.
did this to see if it worked.
Okay, well that sounds like it's going to work then. So I say we can either do we want to use, oh I paused. Do we want to use the Zoom for like the communication part, or did we want to try using the Discord? I'm not sure which whoever's what we're all more comfortable with.
I think Zoom is just easier for people because they probably have more experience with Zoom than Discord.
Okay. All right then. Now that we've got that worked out, we can. Damien, do you want to be in charge of like actually making the game itself next Saturday?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, and then we can just send out that link. All right, and then I'll send out. Oh, what time did we say we were doing this at?
Damien, maybe you can just play Hüpfkartoffel.
Oh my god. That game took so long to make. It was insane.
It's so cool though, it was beautiful.
It was like I was impressed. I'm just going to say because like I know you and Grace, you were taught like when you were like talking about like start working on it. I thought it's like, are they gonna have enough time to get this done? Like I'm not sure. But then there you were on the actual day of the exam, and you had it up and everything. So I was impressed.
Because I spent 12 hours the night before. I thought, oh, putting in the questions will be super easy. It wasn't. I spent the whole night before. I'd been working on it that day, and then 12 hours before class, I got done at 12. Okay? I was putting in questions and making sure they worked, and then one didn't work. And I'm like,
That's okay.
You on Canvas writing your exams, and then you push the wrong button and like deletes everything. And
yeah. And it was way like, I didn't know that we couldn't use umlauts or sets until it was way too late to make another game. And I was freaking out.
Actually, do you have in the minutes from the last meeting the time we decided on for next Saturday?
It's at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay. So I'll send out an email with that information, probably right after this. Okay. All right then. I think that's all this German club stuff that I'm aware of, unless anyone has anything else to add. Okay, yeah. But aside from that, is Kendra still here, or did Kendra have to leave?
I'm still here.
Okay, I couldn't see you. Disappeared from my the window with like all of the other screens like disconnected from the screen, and now it's a floating box, and I can't figure out how to get everyone. You were okay. There you are. Alrighty. Well, in that case, I would say congratulations to Kendra, because Kendra is our club member who's graduating this semester. I feel bad that you're going to be missing commencement.
Yeah, I already cried about it. I'm over it now.
But congratulations. and good luck. And just know, as a German club member, well, you already offered your services over the summer to help with the Constitution. So you're always welcome to come sit in on a meeting or attend events. Even
Thank
though
you, and also, Kendra, during the summer when you feel better, I get my costume back out here and we meet in the park and take pictures together. So we got at least those. What do you think, girl?
100% yes.
All
I'm
right.
decorating my cap as soon as I feel better. I was like, I'm not gonna miss out on some pictures.
All right. Yeah, so maybe we can all get together, the whole German club, or something, meet during the summer here and take some pictures, graduation pictures with Ken.
Oh, that would be nice.
Graduation pictures in Ice House.
Oh yes, I have been there 5 times this month. Because I've been again, I'm advertising again. Everyone, you should go try Ice House in Covington and try the spaghetti ice, because it's good. And I want this place to stay open and be thriving, because you can now get spaghetti ice here in Covington. So yeah, I've been taking all of my friends there. I've been like, hey, you want to go try this place? Hey, do you want to go try this place? I've been figuring out their hours too, because there's been a few times when I was trying to go with my sister. I was like, okay, it's closed Mondays, because we tried to go on a Monday. I was like, oh, they're closed already. Tuesday, okay, we'll go on Tuesday. Okay, we went on Tuesday, and apparently they close at 2 o'clock for some reason on Tuesdays. And they don't start serving ice cream until 11, so you don't go before 11. Okay. Sorry, there's my little advertisement there. Alrighty, do you want if you want, we can bring the that was a good choice, Megan. If we want to officially end the meeting, you can, if anyone likes to stay behind and chat, you're of course allowed. But I'm gonna say, if anyone would like to make the motion to end the meeting, we can go ahead and conclude that.
I'll make the motion to end the meeting.
Alrighty, Kendra made the motion.
I'll second that motion.
Damien second the motion. All in favor of ending this last meeting of the German Club for the 2020-2021 academic year, give a thumbs up, either the emoji or visual. And I'm going to be so happy when we're in person. We do this. It's a lot easier to do this in person. Because that's probably been I'm going to stop recording now.